Welcome everyone to Colle-delicious healthy choices. Have you ever thought about just making healthier food choices? You can do it. I know you can. Let's start our healthy journey together. Just adding 1 or 2 fruits or vegetables to each meal can make a big difference. Yes, let's start it. Welcome back everyone to Colle-delicious healthy choices. I hope everyone are having a productive week so far. So today I'll be preparing for you some vegetable fish soup. So yes, some vegetable fish soup we'll be preparing, and for this meal we'll definitely need the star of the show, which is the fish. I'm just gonna use the fish head. So I have 2 fish head which I'm going to use for this meal today. Also, I'm going to need some celery, and also I'm using some corn on the cob. I'm going to use some butternut squash because I don't have pumpkin, which is a substitute for pumpkin, and also some baby potatoes. So this is all the potato I have, so this is what I'm using. So if you have regular Irish potato, you can also use it, but I'm trying to use up what is already in my fridge. And some sweet potato as well. So I really like sweet potato in the soup because it gives it a nice sweet taste. And I'll be using some black eyed peas and some black bean as well. I'll be also using some garbanzo beans or chickpeas, but that is in the freezer, so I'll be using like half can that I already used some of in the week, so I'm gonna finish it up. Also, you'll need, of course, some ginger, garlic, onions, spring onions, and some carrots. Yes, the carrot give it a nice taste, also another sweet taste as well, give it a nice texture. And I personally like carrot in pretty much everything, and carrot is a starch as well, so if you're using a lot of starch you want to cut down on, or if you're on a diet. If you're on a diet, because I'm already using Irish potato and sweet potato, and the carrot is a third, the squash also is a starch, so yeah, you want to eliminate one if you cannot, you know, use so much starch. So always remember that you can substitute or you can subtract something depending on your, you know, your calorie intake for the day. I'm not on any calorie intake. I just try to eat healthy and try to eat as much whole grain, plant-based, whole food as possible, and try to, you know, just be, I try to be balanced. So that's for me. But as again I said, if you're on a diet, you want to minimize something, or you can substitute something. You can add more vegetable, you can add some kale, you can add some spinach, you can have, or even add some more beans. And I'm also going to use some coconut milk, so I'll be using a pack of coconut milk. And I think that's pretty much it for my ingredients for our vegetable soup today. And I'll also using a little add-on seasoning spice, so I'll be using the Szechuan tropical, which I really love, Mrs. Dash lemon pepper. I'll be just using a little bit of that, and a little salt, a little black pepper. And today I'll be using the Maggi vegetable stock. You can also use a fish tea, but I don't have any, so I'm using again what I have. So if you can find a fish tea, you can use it as well. So I'm gonna wash everything and prepare it up, and when I return you'll see all my ingredients together and we can start the process. So stay tuned. So everything is prepped and ready to go for our soup to start. So I have a little ginger and garlic, which I'm gonna put in the pot right now to start. So go ahead and put that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put in my fish, and I'm just gonna allow my fish to boil for at least 7 minutes. I'm gonna cover it And then here we have our potato. So I cut everything. The potato is about 1.5 inches. The celery is about 1/2 inch, and the potato is about 1.5 inches as well. The butternut squash, it's about 1.5 inch to 1 inch also. My carrot I cut differently because the carrot is the hardest thing to cut. Besides, I don't like chunks of carrots, so I kind of cut them 2 ways. Cut some like this, and then I cut some in half, and then cut some like this. But pretty much they're the same size, so to speak, but cut in different ways. Also, I have here my black-eyed peas, my black bean, and my black-eyed peas, and my garbanzo beans. And also I have in here my chopped onion, garlic, my scallion or green onion, my ginger, and those are all ready as well. So I definitely just waiting now on the fish to boil for 7 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out, then add all the ingredients, and then we continue because I have to take out the fish because I don't want the bones. So with the fish, you have to be careful. If you're using a fish fillet, it's fine, but because I'm using an older fish, I'm using the fish head with the bones and everything, so that's why I'm gonna definitely take it out and take off all the meat and then do away with the bone, and then I'll put it back almost about 5 minutes of the remaining of the soup. So stay tuned and we'll definitely get back to you. So as you can see, our water is boiling. So now I remove the fish from this water, and now we're gonna start cooking our soup. So first I'm gonna put in my carrots, because the carrots is the longest, would take the longest to cook. So I'll put it in first. So you go ahead and put that in, and then I'm gonna put the butternut squash. And you have to be careful that you don't get burned. And also, so I'm gonna let this boil for a little, and then I put the Irish and the sweet potato because they are much softer. So I'm gonna just let this boil for another 5 minutes. Then I had my sweet potato and my Irish potato. We just need to cover it back, and then we So our soup is coming together nicely, and it smells so good. But it's gonna be even better when what I'm gonna do, I have like 1/2 teaspoon butter, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the onion, the ginger, and the garlic, and the scallion to my pot, just to get out the flavor a little bit when I put it in the soup. So just for a little bit, I'm gonna just saute them together. Oh, as you know, butter, ginger, and onion and garlic is such a nice aroma in the kitchen. Like my husband is like, what smells so good? And sometimes I have to say, I'm only cutting up the herbs. They don't start to cook yet because they smell so good. And not to mention when you put them, you know, when heat catch them, they smell so good. And just a little butter. As you know, butter makes everything better. So delicious, so yummy. You just want to eat it already. And look how nice everything looks. So all of that flavor is coming coming out with the ginger, and just everything just commingling and just having a relationship in this pot. They are just living together so happy as they all combine together, give a very good aroma. What I'm going to do now is add my coconut milk and let it just boil for like, this don't need to be boiled for more than like 5 minutes in here because I'm gonna add it to the soup. So I'm just gonna have it here just for 5 minutes. And I make a mess on the stove, so I just want to clean that up so we don't start smelling coconut milk on my stove. So So I'm gonna turn up the stove at this point and just let it just sit in the coconut milk for a little. And this is just a cup of coconut milk. So depend on how you want it, because it's already in liquid form, so this is rich, and then it's gonna be saturated in the entire pot of soup. So it didn't need to boil in any more water. So look at it bubbling up, yay! Souping up. Yes, the butter bubble, definitely bubble, 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 bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. So this I'm gonna turn off now and then add it right back to our soup. So so everything continue to have that relationship, and just everything combine, all the different flavors combine together perfectly together. All right, so stay tuned. So as you can see, our soup is really souping up. It's really bubbling up. And look at everything, look at all the ingredients, and it smells so good. So now I'm gonna put in my 2 vegetable stock, and I'm gonna put just a little of my tropical zizan, and this is just a mixture of everything. I'm just putting a little bit, and also putting just a little bit of my lemon, just a little bit, so maybe like a teaspoon. You don't need a lot. At this point, I'm not gonna put any salt as yet until these cook out, and then I can taste it to see exactly amount of salt I need. And now I'm gonna put lastly my celery, because this don't take long, and this gonna give it another nice texture and another nice flavor. So all the flavors gonna just bring out together, and that relationship, you know, we talk about, you know, for everything to work, everything gonna add their little spice to the pot, so, and for it to taste delicious. So there we go, and it is looking and smelling really good. So this soup don't take no more than at least 15 to 20 minutes. And why I said 15 to 20, because I boiled the fish for 5 minutes, then remove it, and then add the other ingredients, because I didn't want my fish to all the bones to start coming off in the fish. Then that's not really good. That will be dangerous when you're eating it. So I'm gonna cover back our soup, and what I'm gonna do next, the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna put in the fish. You know, pick up the fish and put it back in there, so it can continue to give it, you know, another nice flavor. Everything can come together. All right, so stay tuned. As you can see, our soup is bubbling, really bubbling up, and it smells so good. You should be here to smell and to taste it. It is so delicious. It is so yummy. I can't wait for you to try it, and please let me know how you enjoy it, because I know you will. So I went ahead and removed all the bone from my fish, and this is what I get from the 2 eggs. So I use a snapper, and the snappers were big, so I just used the 2 eggs and tried to get out everything. I try not to waste anything, and my hands was so sticky. To be honest, this is the first time I'm doing fish head like this. I've normally used the fillet, which is so easier to do, but this, what I realized, my doctor told me to eat fish head, and now I know why. Even my hand is still sticky. It's like a gum, like some glue is in it. So I know why he told me to eat it for my bones and my joints. But it smells so good. I'm gonna now put it in the soup, and let everything continue to just bubble up really nice and just come together. All the flavors just commingling and just, you know, having fun together. And then it's ready for our tummy. Oh, And look at all the colors. Look at the peas, the carrots, the cilantro, well, not cilantro, the celery, and just everything. And then now we just gonna give it another 5 minutes with the fish, just for everything to just, all the flavors just to come together again. All right, and then we are ready to start eating. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna taste it a little to see if it need any salt, because I only put salt and black pepper on the fish because I didn't want to add salt because of the other ingredients. So let me try now. Of course, this is hot, so but the texture, the texture and the consistency is very good, so it is nice. I don't like my soup too thick or too watery, so it's up to you. You can let it boil some more, because the potatoes will definitely, some of them will kind of mash a little and give it that nice you know, thickening texture to it, so if you so desire. But I just like to have my soup like this. Look at how, I think this is rich enough. So I'm gonna taste it now to see if it needs a little more salt. For me, I don't really like a lot of salt, but I'm gonna put a little bit just because of my husband. And salt make everything taste better, but to be honest, salt is not good for our health. So if we can minimize it, then I try to minimize salt as best as possible. So because of my underlying condition, I really try to cut back on sodium, which it really make a difference if you do. So I try my very best to use less. But I'm not gonna cover it. I'm just gonna leave it there for another, so we have another 3 minutes, and then we'll turn it off. And then I will put it in a bowl and show you what it looks like, and can't wait to dive in to have my dudin. So this is our delicious vegetable fish soup. Yes, it is so delicious, so full of texture, so much nutrients, so much vitamins, and enough carbs. Just everything, just healthy, and it tastes so light. It really tastes good. I didn't have any fish noodle, but it didn't need it, to be honest. Sometimes I don't really put those in it, so I really didn't miss it, to be honest. So enjoy, and please let me know when you cook it how it tastes and how did you like it. All right, so please remember to share as well. Bye. So our soup is all finished, and it is so yummy. I don't know what to say. It is so delicious. It doesn't miss anything. So I want to show you the consistency of it, and just want to show you how colorful it is. And everything is there, nothing is cooked out, because I time it perfectly. And it's only the fish, because the fish is soft, even though I give it that 5 minutes to cook at first and then put it back in for 5 minutes, so in all was 10 minutes. So our soup is ready, and this can serve for 4 people, and even you can still have leftovers. But if you're like me that loves soup and get hungry very easily when I have soup, you'll definitely be going back for more. But please enjoy cooking our delicious fish vegetable soup, and please tell me, what did you use differently, or did you use the exact ingredients? Please let me know how it turned out. And I also want to just show you, this is what I present to you. This is my delicious soup. So this is our delicious soup that we have been cooking together. Look how pretty, look at all the colors, look at how delicious it looks. So I want you to go ahead and prepare this meal and please let me know if you enjoy it and how it turned out, and please let me know if you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and also keep those comments coming. I really like the comments because I feel I already tell you we're on this journey together. So if we communicate, then I would feel more closer to all of you that are watching, and just to let me know what else you'd like me to prepare, or how did you enjoy just even watching this video, and if you will even try it. But also remember, with the fish, please be careful. If you use fillet, yes, you're safe, and sometimes a little bone is in fillet, so please be careful. If you have kids and you're gonna give them this soup, just remember to kind of check again to see if there's any bone at all. And if you do like me the old-fashioned way, just use the fish, take it out after 5 minutes, then you'll get it enough to just slip off the bone and just get to debone it perfectly. So I think I did my best, but when we eat it, maybe we'll find one or two, but at least, I did really try my very best to get out all the bones. So, because fish bone can be a little, intimidating when we see it in our food. So just be careful again, and please enjoy this. This meal is so delicious, it is so healthy, it is so full of vitamins, mineral, everything, your carbs, everything, every nutrients you can think of, because it's so packed with a lot of vegetable, and they all have texture, so for fiber, just for everything, and we want to eat for good health and for nutrition. So please remember to wash those hands, keep your family safe, please keep your family safe, and you all take care until Colle-delicious come your way again. So take care and stay tuned for more interested, healthy, delicious choices. Bye.